Hello everyone, I'm Dilshad from IMG Digest. I hope your preparation is going on well. I've been getting repeated requests on the Telegram group in order to make a video for effective revision for the exam process. So I'm here with a new video and I hope it helps you. Please watch it till the end and share and subscribe to the channel. So, when it comes to the revision, I would ask all of you that you should plan your revision when your question bank or UWorld, as I did it, is absolutely complete. If you have a lot of time, I would say 2 rounds of UWorld are required. If you are short on time, I would say 1 to 1.5 times the round of question bank, any question bank that you are doing, or UWorld is enough. So before you are doing a question bank, please make sure that you are learning. And I like to divide learning in two processes. It is an active learning and it's a passive learning. So what usually happens in passive learning is that we usually attempt a question and then we forget the concept. Whereas an active learning is that you are actually invested in the topic that you are learning. You keep the concept in mind, you come back to that concept the next day, and you commit it to the memory till the time it becomes concrete in your mind, the concept, what it is about, and what should be the appropriate solution for that. So that is actually called as active learning, and you keep on repeating that concept. So I'll give you an example. I was never very good at cardiology, and I used to absolutely hate the drugs that I used in cardiology. I could not remember what is lidocaine used for, what is amiodarone used for, what is sotalol used for, and this was confusing. But I used to passively learn it, and lo and behold, after a week, I would forget what these drugs are used for. So I made a kind of a cheat code where I used to write these drugs, which I usually forget, and used to revise it like after a day, after 2 days, after 4 days, till the time it became like a memory or a kind of a reflex for me to remember what these drugs are used for. So that is what I used to describe as active learning and power of repetition. So that is important. So once your question bank is complete, or once your UWorld is complete, as was in my case, you should at least keep 1.5 to 2 months spare. So what are you going to do in these 2 months? You're going to revise and you're going to see or assess yourself where you stand in terms of your preparation. So say, for example, somebody wants to appear for MCCQE1 in September or August. I would say you should be keeping a bar on your UWorld completion by around June, so that you have mid-June, so that you have a month of July and August to see and assess where you stand and do an effective revision. So it is advisable, at least I can say this, that 1.5 to 2 months should be kept spare after your preparation for question bank is complete, so that you can revise effectively. Coming on to the second topic, that is cheat code. So cheat code is something that you develop in the middle of your preparation. So all of you are preparing, all of you are medical professionals. We all know where our weaknesses are, right? So what I did was I made a concise notebook about the concepts I used to confuse. For example, I made hypothyroidism. What goes low in hypothyroidism? TSH or T3, T4? Or sometimes I would be confused with, adrenal syndromes. What goes up, what goes down, which enzyme deficiency is there. So those were the things I knew I forget. Maybe you guys are better. You remember some concepts and you forget the others. So it's always beneficial to make a notebook if you have if you are in a habit of forgetting something, or you can make a Word document also on your computer. If you hate writing, or you're short on time, you may copy paste the lines from your question bank and put it there. That helps a lot. Along with that, when you are going through a question bank, you should learn to mark questions which you are repeatedly getting wrong on your exams, either on UWorld and question bank. At least I know for UWorld, because I did that. I was repeatedly getting some concepts wrong and I marked those questions, and those were the questions that I revised at the end. And this is helpful if you are keeping a tab on your concepts and tough topics which you are likely to forget, and you make a cheat code of that, or you mark questions on UWorld, so that when you are revising at the end, those topics are kind of ingrained in your mind. And at the end, I like to say that you should go through MCC practice tests. These are available on MCCQE practice website. These are an expensive resource, but I advise you, these were a final clinch in making my preparation very solid and setting the foundation for Canadian question banks. For UWorld, I would say UWorld self-assessments are great along with NBMEs. I would make a detailed video of this by next week and post it on my channel. So what to do after your revision is complete and there are final 10 to 15 days left? Breathe. It's easier said than done, but trust me, I've gone through the process and I know that anxiety will get to you sooner or later, but you should train your mind to tell it that it's going to be over soon. So that is very important. You should start maintaining and developing your routine according to the time of the exam. So this was important for me because I used to study late at night and I was in a habit of sleeping at 3 or 4 a.m. and getting up at 10 or 11 a.m. But in the last 10-15 days, I started making my routine as compared to the exam, because my exam was in the morning. So I started getting up early, like around 7:38, and go to sleep by around 10-11. So that is important, so that you give your maximum efficiency when you're attempting the questions. And again, it's the same reiteration that start revising your tough concepts. It can be any, depending on your preparation and your understanding. But you should make a list of topics you are finding difficult or you are getting wrong on the question banks, and make a small list of it and go through those questions again and again. A word of caution, I would avoid doing new material during a week or 10 days, because it is not going to help you remember anything great, but it is always going to add to your anxiety. So avoid doing new material. Go through important formulas if you are appearing for UWorlds, because I would say like biostats is very important for step 1, more so for step 2 CK. It is important for MCCQE1, but it's not that important. So that is important. Also, one thing I would say, we are always given in the exam the values of normal, normal values like urea, creatinine, BUN, calcium, etc. But I would just advise you to have a basic idea, less than 9 is hypocalcemia, more than 11 or 12 is hypercalcemia, so that you're not always opening the values up there. You should just have a basic idea of the values of urea, creat, BUN, sodium, calcium, which are just important electrolytes and metabolic profile, just to, attempt the question fast. And the second is, as much as I say, I know the exam anxiety is a lot. Try relaxing, try doing meditation if you're good at it. I could rarely do it and I still can't. But if you can try relaxing, listening to some kind of music, mostly instrumental, which just calms down your nerves. Try developing your routine, have nutritious food, and develop your routine according to the exam timings. And again, at the end, keep the exam anxiety under control and have the faith that this is going to be soon over and your preparation will bear fruit. All the best, and please keep putting your ideas in the chat so that I can make videos on it. Thank you and all the best.